Hi, my name is Rust. I'm a Soulsborne content creator with an emphasis on PvP. From Software games have always had a rich history of bugs, exploits, and inaccurate patch notes. Just before the DLC dropped, we were given the long-awaited 1.12 patch, which claimed to fix a number of glitches in the game and corrected some mistakes made during development, such as the bugged offhand thrusting sword. But, much like every other patch, this one was no different, and once again, we see many of the bugs that they had claimed to be fixed are still alive and well, in addition to several new ones just to keep things interesting. So in this video, I'll be covering many of the old glitches that were unaddressed in this patch, and go over what this patch actually changed and the new bugs that were introduced. Make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if the information was helpful to you at all, or if you're just more confused than ever. First and foremost, we are thrilled to see that the Crimson World glitch has finally been fixed. A few months ago, I made a video on how we discovered a fix for this glitch, and we managed to successfully get a hold of their development team with a full step-by-step process on how to reproduce and fix the glitch with 2 different methods. So I can't even begin to tell you how happy I am to see that they implemented the fix. At the moment, our modding software is currently being updated for the DLC release, so I can't go into the code to see exactly which method they used to fix the glitch, but as far as I'm concerned, this is a massive W. But when we scroll down the patch notes a little further, we see the line, "fixed a bug that caused some skills to perform incorrectly when specific actions were performed." Presumably, this would mean one of several things. The community has long been calling for a patch to Chainsaw glitch and tumble buffs, which both fit this description. But with a quick test, we can see that Chainsaw is still alive and well, and tumble buff is equally thriving. There's also an alternate form to the buff transfer glitch, which we tested as well, and it's still performing just as it was before. So what they changed here exactly, I have no idea.
Hey!
Next up, we see a line that says "fixed a bug that caused unexpected behaviors when incantations are used in quick succession." This was likely referring to glitch casting, which causes certain animations to glitch out, firing a giant pool of lava instantaneously. But with a quick test, this wasn't fixed either. So again, we're left having no fucking clue what they were smoking. The next line reads, "fixed a bug where Mimic Veil effect was not properly reflected to other players under certain circumstances," which likely refers to the Mimic Veil bug, which causes it to break when Crepitus Veil is equipped. But once again, with a quick test, we can quickly see that this wasn't fixed either. One thing that they did get right is seen under the line, "fixed a bug that prevented players from getting hit by other players under certain circumstances." This referred to the Dragon Communion glitch, which prevented players from being damaged if they interacted with the Dragon Communion statue. After this patch, this was fixed, and you can now appropriately hit players out of the animation. But aside from glitches that involved very abstract mechanics like some of these, FromSoft notoriously fucks up the coding in many of their weapons, applying improper levels of hit stun or even missing entire lines of code altogether. An example of this is easily seen in the heavy thrusting sword running R2, which when one-handed, lacks the ability to attack with an offhand weapon, simply by the fact that they forgot to include the line of text. This remains unchanged with this patch and continues to drive me insane to this day. They did, however, address the true combo of Raptor Talons, giving them an appropriate level of hit stun on their R2s, making them no longer true combo on every attack. They also fixed the problem with offhand thrusting swords, which retained its full poise damage on the first 2 of attacks of its attack chain, unlike how it functioned in the main hand. Another bug where some values were input incorrectly was present in the Moonlight Greatsword, which has a Type 3 hit stun on its second R1, allowing it to true combo into the third swing. This has actually been changed, but not in a way that makes any sense. Instead, they accidentally doubled the poise damage after the patch, making it do 300 poise damage on this attack, and it still true combos. How did they manage to fuck this up? No idea. I have no fucking clue. But there it is. Finally, after years of waiting, we finally get to see the sweet words, "fixed a bug where Spinning Slash generated hyper armor when used with Twin Blades." Meaning that you can now freely spin to win with your funny little wind blades without ending up on a hate thread on Reddit. And as you may have seen in my previous video regarding combos, there are 2 pseudo-infinites in the game that could be used to combo a player from full health to death in one string of attacks, if the opponent didn't have one of the few specific tools to escape the infinite. These were attempted to be fixed in this patch, but with mixed results. The patch notes read, "after being affected by madness or sleep status, buildup will be halted for a short period of time. Upon testing, what we saw is that after you've been put to sleep, you no longer accumulate any sleep for a few seconds, allowing you to escape the potential of infinites from sleep procs. A little further in the notes, we see regarding spinning weapon, decreased damage animation when stunning other players, which generally means that this reduced the type of hit stun, in order to make it so it doesn't combo. However, upon testing, this hasn't changed. So you can still spin to win with your funny little spin stick, and if your opponent doesn't have hyper armor, light roll, bloodhound step, or enough latency to have overlapping iframes, then this is still an infinite. There was also 2 mistranslations in the patch notes, one claiming that the scaling of keen infusions was improved, but in fact, this was referring to quality infusions. This is really good for trying to maximize your damage on pure physical builds at high level. Then there's the other mistranslation, which claims the animation speed of Serpent Hunter's crouch attack was increased. But these attacks were actually slowed down by a whole 4 frames, being taken from frame 13 all the way down to frame 17, now being one of the slowest crouch attacks in the game. When the DLC released, several new items and weapons were introduced, which brought along some of their own unique bugs as well. An oldie but a goodie is the orb glitch, which allows you to glow like a fucking light bulb and tank anyone's FPS that happens to glance in your general direction. If you use this glitch with the Hornbrier's item, then it gives you a new black and white fire effect, which we haven't seen before. The Sword of Night and Flame 2.0, otherwise known as Gigamoon Veil or Renala's Twin Blades, has a strange interaction that works something like the old DS3 style moveset swap, where if you use Spinning Slash before swapping to this weapon and immediately L2, then you'll finish the animation with a Stormcaller Ash of War. Otherwise, if you do this after swapping from the backwards ass Bitch Blade, then you'll finish with the Bloodblade Ash of War. There were also some additional flaws in the frame data of some of these new weapons, which have pretty substantial consequences to their gameplay, namely being the Fire Knight's Greatsword and the Pata. Unlike every other fist weapon, the Pata failed to get the hit stun level nerf shared by other fist weapons of the same type, and it still deals a level 2 hit stun on their running R2, allowing it to do combo into a follow-up R2. The Fire Knight's Greatsword deals a level 3 hit stun on the standing R1s instead of a level 2 hit stun that it was meant to have, as seen on the Godslayer Greatsword moveset. This allows it to true combo on its standing R1s, in addition to the fact that it already has a true combo on its crouch R1 into standing R1, given this unique animation. Another weird one is the Smith Script Shield. The thrown discus ability of this shield will apply any status buildup from a buffed main hand weapon. But the last glitch that I'll cover in this video is one that I hope to never see change, and that's the Scoliosis glitch. This has no functional application, and it just looks really funny. This can now be performed with the Milady Stance Ash of War to much of the same effect. It provides a debuff to the opponent, which causes confusion, and notoriously gives them a 30% chance to hit themselves anytime they try and make a move. Now, that's going to do it for this video. There will certainly be plenty more that we'll discover as time goes on, and plenty more mistakes that FromSoft will make as they blunder their way through future patches. So, we'll just have to wait and see if any of these get fixed, and what new nonsense we'll find in the future. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.